Imagine that you have two different guys. One is charismatic, able to make friends super easily, has excellent hygiene, and finds it easy to talk to women. The other is shy, unconfident, has only a few close friends that he only had because of circumstance, has average hygiene, and finds it difficult to look a woman he finds attractive in the eye. Ironically, the more charismatic of the two only uses dating apps to meet girls, since he doesn't drink alcohol. And as an American adult, meeting someone in real life usually happens at a bar. Just as ironically, the more socially awkward man doesn't like the new-fashioned way of dating, so tries to pick up women at the bar. You'd think that charisma guy would do super well on dating apps. All he has to do is be in a picture, and it's his good side. The problem is that he's awful at setting up a proper profile and seems way more awkward with messaging women than he would in real life. So he hasn't had a single date in a year of being on the market. While Shy Dude over here is also striking out due to him coming off as unintentionally creepy. His social literacy is not even close to being on par with the majority of people that go out to bars. Eventually, they both give up hope of ever finding a date, and both end up becoming incels, posting stupid shit online that just makes them even more repulsive to not only women, but everyone in general. What's the lesson here? Well, like a lot of things in life, dating is all about playing to your strengths instead of doing what you think is correct. If these two fictional men had done the opposite, it would make it much more likely that both would find someone. Maybe Charisma Carl would have found a lovely lady at a coffee shop since he doesn't drink alcohol. And maybe Shy Sam could find a girl just as shy as him on a dating app, since most unconfident people aren't out on the town looking for love anyway. It just goes to show that even if you're not attractive in any sense of the word to most people, if you play to your strengths, there's still going to be someone out there that would absolutely kill to date you. Now, where do I fall on this spectrum? How has trying both of these ended up success-wise? And what do I recommend personally? Well, let's start on where I fall on the spectrum of social literacy. In the past, I was pretty damn awkward. Basically, from elementary school all the way until I started going out to karaoke, I was the quiet kid. But slowly, through flexing my musical talents at karaoke,
sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we cry.
I was able to become the person I am today, way more confident and way more charismatic. Currently, I do feel like I have some work to do, but I'm a hell of a lot more confident than I was even 4 years ago. As far as success goes with meeting both in person and online, I'm happy to report that I actually have found a girlfriend through a dating app. If you want me to recommend which is the best dating app which I met my girlfriend on, I'm actually going to make a video in the future on basically like the worst and the best dating apps and how some of them are just basically scams and some of them actually are genuinely good. So look forward to that video. Now, that may seem like I'm fully endorsing dating apps because I found my girlfriend through one, but it's not that black and white. For me personally, it just happened to work out on a dating app. I could have just as easily found a girlfriend out at karaoke. So now is the part where I'm going to list 5 pros and 5 cons of using both in real life and dating apps. Now for the dating app pros. Dating apps are better for people with social anxiety, which may lead to more confidence, which I found is a key component to attraction. There is a larger pool of potential dates, which makes it much easier to break out of your typical bubble of people you see on your average day. You can showcase the best side of you, which as long as you're not catfishing is not a bad thing. Dating apps can be used to vet the creepy people without having to meet them IRL, due to you being able to talk with them without them knowing where you go / what you truly look like. Plus, you can always ghost or block someone if they're being weird. And finally, you can find a person who is an almost exact match to your prerequisites with the tap of your phone. Basically meaning that theoretically, you can find someone who is just like you, if you're into that. Now we're gonna go through the cons of dating apps. There may be too many people to choose from, and you might get lost in the sea of profiles if you're either average or below average looking, at least conventionally. There also may be catfishing. Even if a lot of dating apps have verification these days, many catfishers do slip through the cracks. Those who have had a hard time making a good impression on their profile maybe just out of luck. Not everyone can make a good profile, especially those not well versed in the dating world. Putting yourself out there may attract some creepy people that you may never have met otherwise. There's more opportunity for creeps to see your pictures and think, ooh, I'm gonna be a complete dickhead and mercilessly harass this person. And finally, for the cons, dating apps are all about getting money from you, even to do the most basic things. Mainly one specific dating app that I won't mention, at least until that future video. Now here are the pros of actually meeting in real life. It's better for people who do well in social situations, but not so much online. If you're like me and are worse on either the phone or messages than in real life, then this is a great option. Also, the pool of candidates may be smaller, but meeting someone at a spot that they also frequent means that you already have a common place that you both go to. The chance of meeting someone spectacular may be lower, but it may be easier to find someone in a similar situation as you. Another pro is that you won't get catfished, at least not looks-wise. They may still lie about other things like job, kids, if they have an actual significant other, which does fucking happen. It can make it much easier to tell a person's intentions with you in real life, especially if you're good at reading facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, aka vibes. It's a more authentic and most of the time a more natural experience getting to know each other. It will feel 100% more natural if you don't ever plan on meeting someone, but just happen to strike up a conversation and it snowballs from there. Now finally, it's time for the cons of meeting in real life. There may not be as many people to choose from, and if you see the same people over and over again that you don't want to date or don't want to date you, it's hard to break out of that bubble. For those who aren't very in tune with the local dating scene, you may feel isolated to seeing all of the people who just wouldn't want to go out with you. I'm sorry. It's not great for those with social anxiety, and you may be more comfortable talking online at first through a dating app. Also, you may not be ready to showcase the best side of you, since your meeting may not be planned. You may not be in what you consider your best form and may meet someone you're interested in, but don't feel really ready to talk to them. It's also more likely to have a creepy person bother you. Just having a creeper come up to you at a bar/club is a lot more likely to be a problem than online, where they can't physically be near you. And finally, finding someone who has many of the same likes as you is a whole lot harder. You basically kind of have to play the 20 questions game and find out if this person would at least be a somewhat good match for you. So now that you have those pros and cons, and you've heard my personal dating story, you can decide for yourself whether you want to use dating apps in real life or a mixture of both, like I did. I know most of the videos in this type of self-help, self-improvement genre are toxic as hell, and I try and make a more realistic approach to these videos. And just remember that I will never make a video on a topic that I personally haven't improved or gone through. It at least worked for me, so it may work for you too. And if you like what you watched today, consider liking the video so more people like you can see them. And make sure to subscribe, and also let me know in the comments section below what your personal experiences with dating online versus dating in real life are, if you've done both, or even if you've just done one. And don't forget, if any of this advice helps you in the future and you can remember to come back to this video, also leave a comment letting me know if it helped you or not. And I will see you guys in the next video.